This is not an income claim, nor am I even claiming to have made $500,000, but this is my plan as to how to make 500K. This is going to be me documenting to my future self, and maybe I'll look back a couple of years from now and be like, no, Allie, you're doing it wrong. But this is my plan right now, future Allie, so deal with it. I'm Allie the agent, special agent turned real estate agent, and I work from afar. I can work remotely. I have tracked my numbers like an animal. I've tracked the important KPIs. I have the checklist. I have the systems. I give them away to every single agent that joins me at Exp Realty and names me as a sponsor, co-sponsor, or primary. And for the last 3.5 years that I've been a licensed agent, I have made pretty good money, but I'm not satisfied. I want more. So this is my plan as to how to make 500K. Every single one of my closings in 2025 so far, we're in June right now, have been through YouTube. The clients have come through YouTube. And because of that, I now have better KPI. I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years now. And I know that for every 2.5-ish videos that I make, I get one closing. And if I make gross about 14K for each closing. Of course, it varies per price point and a lot of things. But if my average is 14K for each closing, and if my goal is $500,000, it's pretty simple math. It's not as simple as simply dividing $500,000 divided by $14,000. How many closings is that? Because we do get stocks at EXP. I do get revenue share with EXP, but I'm not even going to be including revenue share for this example. It's just going to be closings. There are 10 plus ways to make money at EXP. And even though I'm not including revenue share in this example, I am going to be including the stocks that we get. And of course, not an income claim. Things can change. They may delete it. Something could happen, but it is accumulating toward my net worth. So I am going to be including that in this case. So when an agent makes Icon at EXP, they can get up to their entire $16,000 of their cap back to them in stock. So it's not cash. It's not like it's hitting my bank account. It's hitting my stock account. And it's not the full 16K. It could be, but for this example, I'm going to put $10,000. I'm going to be very conservative and say 10K. So 10K right there, knowing that I'm going to make Icon again, is 10K that I just saved and having to do commissions, if that makes sense. So no more 500K. Now it's how many commissions do I need to make $490,000? $490,000 divided by $14,000 on average per each commission check is exactly 35 closings. If it takes me about 2.5 YouTube videos in order to close one closing, that means I have to make 87.5 YouTube videos. Always rounding up is 88, and then why not just make it 90 for good measure? So 90 extra YouTube videos should help me close $490,000 in GCI. I know I got a little bit nerdy with the math there. I can get certainly a lot more nerdy. But overall, 90 videos. How fast can I make those 90 videos? But also, it's not just a matter of how fast, it's the quality. What am I putting out there? Is it valuable and helpful to buyers and sellers? I'm going to get into my expenses later, because this isn't just about how much am I making, because what if I'm spending all of it in other stuff? How much am I keeping? That's the real question at the end of the day, which I'll get into that at the end of this video. But first, I also want to point out that YouTube is one of those lead gen methods. So it's my preferred one as of right now. And even though I don't even have a big following on YouTube, it's enough. One of the main reasons I like YouTube so much is because it's evergreen. So different from other social media platforms where you post something and it stays on someone's feed for maybe 24 hours and you're hoping that they even opened up their phone when you posted it. You're hoping that they're maybe considering buying real estate when they see your social media post. It's not evergreen. You have to focus on that every single day. It's like a rat race. Like social media, vertical content is, to me, it's such a rat race. It certainly can work. For sure it works. I've gotten a lot of my clients from social media, but I'm making more of a switch to YouTube because it's evergreen. I can do it more on my time. I can certainly speak for longer than trying to wrap everything up as fast as I can in 20 seconds with audio and visuals and B-roll and this and that and brrr. It's a lot. With YouTube, the longer a video sits on YouTube, the more of a chance that YouTube is going to be pushing it out to the right people. With YouTube, you don't need to be paying for advertisements. YouTube's whole job, the way YouTube makes money is by pushing videos out to people that would be interested in your topic. So YouTube is already doing the heavy lifting of the marketing for you. That plus time of your videos living on YouTube, it's compounding. All that to say, I don't even think I will need to post not the full 90 or 87.5 videos. I already have a bunch of videos now. And since those videos already have the 1 closing to 2.5 video conversion, and some of them are 1 year old, some of them are 2 years old, they're going to be getting more and more views over time, the videos that I've already created. So I kind of have a feeling, I have a prediction that I may only need to do around 75, 80 videos. I'm still going to do 90. However, I think when I do the 90, I may even overshoot my goal of 500K GCI. So maybe by this time next year, my goal for that following year won't be another 90 videos. It may be 70, then the year after that, it may be 40, then the year after that, it may be 20 videos. And all those will be compounding over time, getting more and more views, leading to calls booked on my calendar while I'm sleeping, which is what's happening right now. If it's not evident already, I would have no idea how many videos I would need to make or how much income I could make or what should be my GCI goal if I didn't track these numbers. So I know that I'm huge on tracking. I track so much, but it should not be overwhelming. If you get overwhelmed by tracking, then just track the most simple thing that you can. When converting this to YouTube, if you also have YouTube as one of your lead gen pillars, then just do how many videos did I post and how many closings have I had in general, in total from the videos that I posted. Then you can be even more specific. How many videos have I posted and how many closings this year or the last 12 months did I have specifically from those videos? If you haven't even started tracking that, I highly suggest you do. Otherwise, you're probably running like a chicken with their head cut off, not knowing what's working, wasting your time doing stuff that isn't working, and you're going to drain yourself. You're going to have no energy. You're going to be burned out, and you're going to be like, you know what? This real estate thing ain't for me. And I don't want that to be you. To prove that I don't want this to be you, I'm going to show you insider knowledge that I have never shown anyone except for those that have joined me at Exp Realty. This is my Google Sheet. It's my running transactions, all the transactions I've ever had. As you can tell, on the far right side, any single time I have a closing, I have exactly where that lead came from. Was it my wife? Was it someone in the military? Was it YouTube? Was it Instagram? If so, which post? Was it YouTube? If so, which video? Although I will say a lot of my clients have a lot of trouble deciphering which video was the first video that they clicked on, because by the time I meet with them on Calendly, after they've booked a call with me from YouTube, they've watched so many of my videos that they don't know. So they can't even give me an answer. They're usually like, I've watched at least 4. Some have watched 20 of my videos and they're like, we don't know where we started. We just know that we wanted to book a call with you. At that point, I can't press them further. If they don't know, I don't want incorrect data on my side. So I just put YouTube. But these are my notes. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to also keep track if you're not already keeping track. And by the way, this is pretty basic stuff. You could keep track a lot better than I can. This is like me literally writing BP, bigger pockets, or a lender, or a VA brief that I did at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, or YouTube. You get the point. As soon as a lead comes to me on Calendly and they've booked a call, I have a Zapier or a Zap that automatically takes everything of what they put in the questionnaire sheet, the 10 questions that I have on Calendly. It starts a new contact on KV Core, which is my CRM that comes for free with EXP, and it adds all of that information into a note. It tags them as buyer, and then I manually go in there and at the very top of the note, I put source. Every single person in my CRM, the first line of the note that's in there is all capital letters, source. And where did they come from? So that way I know top of mind, Larry came to me from Shelby, and I know that this is a referral and Shelby needs to be on the CDA. I need to make sure that she gets paid, etc. With your clients, the way that I think about it is, if I don't know where they came from, it's a waste of the time that I put into that lead gen source, if that makes sense. Certainly helping them is not a waste of time. I'm saying, if I don't even know where they came from, how can I replicate that? I wouldn't be able to. So I need to know. Larry, I always use the name Larry for some reason. I don't think I've even had a Larry client ever. So Larry came from YouTube. Larry came from Instagram. So I want to know that. Naturally, the next question is typically, what videos do I post on YouTube? To which I have another surprise for you. These are the behind the scenes notes of what I have for basic titles for me to do. The far left side is my Tucson channel. The purple is my St. Paul channel, although I'm not really doing anything with that right now. The red tab column is for a channel that I'm also not really doing anything with. Really, the right side is this channel that you're watching, Allie the Agent, and the far left, the orange one, is for my Tucson clients. I am willing to share this with you. Drop a comment saying you want full titles, all capital letters, and I'm happy to send it your way. I know that was one of my biggest hesitations and questions when I first got started on YouTube, saying, what do I post? What kind of value do I bring to clients through YouTube that they can't already find from someone else's channel? So I am more than happy to share this with you. So all of that was for just one half of what this video is about, and how I plan on making 500K is, the leading indicator. How many videos do I need to make? How much action do I need to take? And how often? 8 videos a month. However, when playing that out, I can make 100 videos a month. But then how am I going to sustain that level of service to the clients to where clients then aren't slipping through the cracks? Enter hiring. From the very beginning, and in a lot of my videos, I am a huge proponent of hiring as fast as you can. Stuff that you don't like doing, hire it out. Otherwise, you're going to burn out and you're not going to stay in this industry long enough to make significant money if you're doing stuff that you hate every single day. So hire immediately. Those hires include, of course, the number one hire, the very, very first hire you should have. I don't want to say should have, is transaction coordinator. Stop doing your own damn paperwork. Why are you doing that? I don't care that you can do it faster. That's not the point. At some level, it's going to bog you down. You're going to have so many clients where something is going to crack. You are going to forget something. I don't care how fast you are with the paperwork. I don't care how good you are with the paperwork. Hire a transaction coordinator that's been in the business longer than you, that has an entire business of just doing TC stuff, and let them do their job. My TC, I pay $600 per closing. That's another thing about TCs. Obviously, you only pay them at the close. You only pay them if you close. So there's no upfront money. It's a literal no-brainer. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. This second hire that I did was, because I'm focused on YouTube, was a video editor. And I don't just have one, I have 4 right now. I would love to have one full-time just working for me, because I plan on doing 8 videos a month. And that's just for really one channel. So 8 videos per month at a minimum. My goal is actually 12, but this is just about talking to real estate agents, helping clients. And because I work from afar, and at this point, I am the main negotiator only for my clients. I know the contract in and out. I take my negotiation skills from being a special agent in the military, where I did that for a decade. I worked as a federal agent, working for the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, working felony level crimes. Now I take those skills and I negotiate the most for my clients. And I love doing that, honestly. So I still do that. However, what I do not do is drive around, because I cannot be in 2 places at once. And I'm at the point now where I have clients that all want to go view homes on the weekends, and I physically cannot be there for every one of them. So I hired that out. There are apps like Show-A-Me or Show-A-Me. I don't think that it'd be pronounced Show-A-Me. I feel like it sounds weird. Show-A-Me. So you can pay somebody $35 to open one door. $35 per door is worth it. My first dibs that I give to my agents is $50 to show a property. If they can't do it, then I'll pay less with using Show-A-Me. All in all, I spend around $1,000 for showing homes, as well as paying for an agent to sit in during the inspection and for the final walkthrough. So I spend about $1,000 to pay agents for each transaction, plus the $600 for the TC costs. So that's $1,600 right there. The way that I think about that $1,600, in my mind, it isn't, oh man, it's an expensive $1,600 per closing. I'm making $14K-ish. Right? Of course, that's before broker fees, that's before taxes, that's before other operating expenses. We all know that. So my net certainly is not $14K, as you know. The way that I think about that is, if all of my clients are looking to view around 10 homes, driving all over Tucson, that would cost me about 20 hours at a minimum, plus doing the paperwork, that'd be another 20 hours. So if I can save 40 hours per transaction, how many more videos can I make to get even more clients? Again, you can only make so many videos before you get to a stopping point where you are the bottleneck and you've made so many videos and you have so many people reaching out to you that you cannot service them. That's where I'm at right now. I have been flirting with the idea of hiring an executive assistant or someone to help me with the operations of my business for so long. For the last 2 years, where I've been stuck making around the same amount of money. My biggest mental hurdle, which was just my mindset really, was I was thinking about it the same way that I am preaching to real estate agents to not think about hiring their TC. Is don't think about how much it's going to cost you money-wise. Instead, think about how much you're going to be saving hours-wise. So I hired a full-time assistant. I didn't start there. I did start with a part-time assistant. Didn't work for me. She's great, and I wish that she can go full-time. The job posting that I had was just part-time because I was scared. What happens if all of a sudden I get no more clients and then I have to file bankruptcy because I can't pay the bills and let alone pay her, and then the mind spirals, or at least mine does. This time I hired out in the Philippines. I hired full-time. I'm paying $7 an hour for 40 hours a week. All in all, it's about $1,200 per month. Again, that's not really the way that I think about it though. I'm outlining it that way for you guys. I don't think about it as $1,200 a month outbound. Instead, I'm thinking about it as it's at a minimum saving me 10 hours a week, minimum, closer to 18. Right now, we're still on that, J curve, the learning curve, where we're still going through the intricacies of the passwords and what's your style, what's your flow, how do you like your days scheduled? So all the beginning stuff. But once we get into our groove, I think it'll go from him saving me 10 hours a week to 20 hours a week. That's my goal. Because what can I do in those 20 hours a week extra that I would have bought back? Because I'm buying back my time. I'm essentially not like buying an executive assistant. I'm buying more time for myself. So what am I going to do in those 20 hours? First of all, I'm taking 5 of them and I'm taking some more sanity back. I'm going to get that pedicure, girl. I am going to get acupuncture for the first time because why not? I'm going to go spend more time outside when it's warm eventually. And I just want to sit in solitude. That sounds sad, but I just need a break. So 5 hours out of the 20 is going to be just for me to do intentionally what I want. I don't want it to turn into me sitting on the couch scrolling, because that's not what I want to do. That's not how I'm going to value that time. Besides the point, you guys don't care about what I'm doing on my off time. The other 15 hours is going to be a mixture of making more videos for this channel and for my client channel, as well as my own personal investments. I want to purchase another property, a second home or a vacation home somewhere, so I don't have to live in the state of Minnesota where it's gloomy and depressing and I have to wear sweatpants outside in June. Sweatpants outside in June. Again, not about me. You guys don't care. So now I want to put this all together. If roughly I'm making $14K gross, not net, gross per closing, and now I have a full-time executive assistant that right now has saved me 10 hours a week, but will save me 20. With those 10 hours of time, I can now make 2 more videos easily. With those 2 more YouTube videos every single week, that's 8 more YouTube videos every single month. Back to my original KPI that I said in the beginning, that's an extra 3 closings a month, which is an extra $40,000 a month. The point of this video isn't to just throw numbers at you. So I'm hoping I'm making this clear enough to where I switched my mindset on how I think about hiring an executive assistant or making a big hire, a full-time hire, my first one. I don't think of it as spending $1,200 a month, because by me spending $1,200 a month, if they are able to help me make 3 more closings a month or make $40K more a month, I would make that trade all day, every minute if I could. Spending $1,200 to get back $40K, it's a no-brainer, and I'm sure you would too. Maybe this is basic, but I'm thinking if you stuck around this long, you may also have needed this pep talk too. I give all of my checklists away to anybody that joins me at Exp Realty that names me as a sponsor or my wife as a primary sponsor. The link is below. I give you my onboarding checklist. I give you my buyer agent checklist, my listing agent checklist, the open house playbook, the 200K GCI Playbook, my real estate agent Bible, my trackers, my private YouTube series that shows you how to onboard into EXP. And once you're done with that, say maybe like 3-4 months in, that's when you and I start meeting one-on-one. You get direct access to me. So if you are already an agent, kind of having the same issues that I was having, or maybe you're almost having the same issues as I was having, I am more than happy to help you. Name my wife as your primary sponsor at EXP. The link is below. About a day or 2 after you join, I will see your name in our community, in our organization, and that's when the onboarding starts. We give you immediate access to everything. Let me know what lead gen strategy you want to focus on, and I will help you get there. Don't wait 3.5 years to make your first full-time hire. I want you to succeed today. I hope that you join me at Exp Realty.